All right, Shalom, Michael Shalom. First and foremost, we'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rachakodash. We'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. We'd like to say Shalom to the elect that teach His word on truth and sincerity, and Shalom to the listeners as well. And today, this is the brother of the GMS Great Millstone Church of Birmingham. Today we just want to tie this lesson. The missiles make sense. How fitting is that judgment, man? As you see the works of these people, how they act, their walk, the mannerism, their outlook on things. The only conclusion that you can come up with is that they got that fire is the only solution, man. And that fire is beginning now, is already ignited by the way of these certain things that cause distress and anguish. But ultimately, going to actually build up to an actual fire, man. Which is war, that World War III, man. But it's an effort to overthrow the wicked, and this is the way that Lord Yahweh Shemashah gonna humble you people, man. You got something real? Okay, you got it, bro.
This 2nd Ezra 15, and I'm gonna start at verse 5. It says, "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction."
See, the Lord is going to bring the sword, famine, death, and destruction. These are the things that's on the earth right now as we speak, and it each day is intensifying, is growing on the earth in this time right here, man. But why is that? Keep going.
For wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth.
See, this is the reason why. This is the reward of the wicked. These plagues. This is your reward. This is what you have worked for. A nigga earned to die in a shootout. It was his decisions, his walk that actually led to that point. That was fitting for him. And we seeing the steps are going to lead towards these people's destruction. Them dying by the famine, them dying by the sword. They earned that, man. And the climax of this place being totally wiped off the map by the way of this war. This place earned that, man. So this, they said, going back to the title, the missiles make sense.
It's like,
you got it.
It's like working 9 to 5.
That's it, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Them guys, they've been working wickedness continually. Throughout the clock. Ain't like Esau never took a break on wickedness. He actually furthered it, man. Yep. Because once you think like, how it can get wicked, then 2 men, doing it, they'll say, the next thing, a man getting pregnant, man. No, it's studies showing that you can put ovaries inside a man now, man. Why would you try to do that? Why would that come to your mind? Things like that. It gotta be burnt up, man.
That's it.
I got a little bit more.
Yeah, you got it, bro.
It says on 2nd Ezra 15 and 6, "For wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works were fulfilled."
See, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. And it lets you know is the missiles, the destruction is gonna be justified.
Yeah.
In the beginning stage, like I said, all this trouble, the time of trouble that we're coming into, with these shortages on all levels, the lack of food, bread, water, these power outages, those are fitting judgments for this place because you have earned it, man. And what I say is for the hurtful words are fulfilled because you don't get 10 years in prison for stealing a candy bar. You have for having a hot pistol with no serial number, whatever on. You don't get the death penalty. For running a red light. You did it because you killed someone or whatever the case may be. So the destruction is fitting because that's this man, that's what he had worked for.
Is it?
As well as these people, man. Because that's the way that fire is gonna humble you, man. Which you finna get something.
Yeah, come. Just to back you up by the judgment.
Yep.
Wisdom of Solomon 1 in verse 7. It says, "For the spirit of the Lord filleth the world, and that which containeth all things have knowledge of the voice."
So the spirit of the Lord is filling the world, and that's this truth, man.
Mm-hmm.
you have heard the truth in one way, form, and fashion. By the way, you hearing that the Lord is a so-called black man, all the way down to the scripture said you can't eat pork. You heard the word, man. You know, but it's filling the world. Or it tells you in the Habakkuk, the glory of the knowledge of the Lord shall fill the world. That's this truth, man. You know, you got it.
Come. It says, therefore, he that speaketh unrighteous things cannot be hid.
And see, so as this truth is on the earth, that means the liar will be found out as well.
That's it.
You know, somebody lying. Because truth is in the room now. You got it, bro.
My bad. Truth will always prevail, man.
That's it. That's their light.
That's it.
Whatever light is on display, everything is manifested. You know, as this truth, the Spirit of the Lord is on the planet Earth, you know, this knowledge, by the way of the prophets expounding on these things. Esau has been found out the so-called white man.
That's it.
You know, I said that unrighteous, the unrighteous speaker? What it say?
It says, therefore, he that speaketh unrighteous things cannot be hid.
He that speaketh unrighteous things. Yep. What it is, the making laws to protect the LGBT. That right there show that he's that nigga, man. Just that itself. And actually, that proves that the Mills make sense too, though. Concerning him making these laws, legislation to protect those people. It tells you Sodom and Gomorrah was set for an example, man. So really, it was the Lord was just giving you a sample, a taste of what He was going to do in this lifetime. You know. So but it said that unrighteous shall not be hid, which is Esau. He's now being exposed. You got it?
It says, neither shall vengeance when it passeth, when it punisheth, pass by him.
See, because the vengeance is for him. See, it's not. This is the time where Esau is about to be judged now. It tells you in the book of Jeremiah, the 49th chapter, this is the time that I will visit him. So that vengeance when the Lord is coming to bring forth is really for the third part of man. It tells you in the Revelation, the 9th chapter, for that destruction, but as well as the ones that cleave unto him, they're going to feel the same judgment. Matter of fact, get Ecclesiastes, Sirach, the 13th chapter. Okay. You know, because the ones that have joined themselves with him, you might experience the perks with this man, but you're going to feel the judgments as well. You got it.
Sirach 13:1. He that touches pitch shall be defiled therewith.
And that pitch, you know, that tar is the so-called white man, something that defiles you, man. You know, he that touches pitch shall be defiled. Now you have been contaminated with the ideas of Edom, which ultimately his ideas lead to destruction, man. You know, you got it.
And he that have fellowship with the proud man shall be like unto him.
So you have fellowship with it. You might have joined side with them, and you have, like I said, you have experienced certain perks of them. You went to school and got you know what I mean? You have found your niche in this place pretty much.
So like what that dude said, they do everything for me. They gave me a coupon for Chick-fil-A. You think this guy cool with you just because he fed you or something like that, man?
Yep. You know what I mean? You ate something from the crumb. You ate from the crumbs. You know what I mean? Now you content with that, but you're gonna have to experience the backhand of that covenant as well. That covenant with death and hell.
Is it?
When that overflowing scourge come, you're gonna be consumed with it, man. And we seeing it is that flood of plagues is growing like a tsunami as the waters, the waters draw back. You know, that thing, that tidal wave come, man. And that's what's taking place. Until ultimately the perfection of the missiles, man. You
got something for you real quick. It's Isaiah 13:15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through.
Yep.
And everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword.
See, so they just give you an example. Just if you in the car with a nigga that's hot, and he got bands on his head, it don't matter who in the car. You in the car with him, you're gonna feel the brunt of it as well, man. Because you have joined sides with this man.
And you knew he was hot.
And you knew he was hot. that's the more of an indictment on you, man. You know this man is the most hated. You know, he even hate himself. You know what I mean? So you with this nigga, you definitely gonna die, man. You know, but these judgments, these people have actually get this in the book of Revelation 22. It's going back, like you said, that hurt from worse off fulfilled. Mm-hmm. This is the reason why they even receiving these things. What Job said, they that reap and sow wickedness reap the same. So this means you earned that judgment, man. I think it's like 11, I believe.
It's Revelations.
No. What is that? Come quickly. I think it's 12. Like. Okay. Yep. I'm having no, verse 12, Revelation 22 and 12. It
says on Revelation 22 and 12, and behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according to his work shall be.
See, so the Lord's going to reward every man according to his work shall be, man. So everybody going to get a reward when Yahweh shall return, man. Which a reward is not always in a good sense, which the Lord is going to bring deliverance. But he's also going to bring destruction, man. He's going to come with that fire. Tells you going to come with the rebukes and flames of fire, man. From laser beams as well. You know, tell you they're going to be beamed with powder. You know, but that reward, meaning that's what they work for. As you know, that's what they work for, man. Oh, what's that in Revelation? Get that in Revelation 11, matter of fact. In 18. Yep.
This Revelation 11, in verse 18, it reads, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, in the time of the dead that they should be judged.
Yep, in the time, which is the other nations. They should be, this is that time where these things are about to take place. You got it.
It says, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy names.
And then that's like, read again.
It says, and give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to thy saints, and to them that fear thy name, small and great.
See? And which is what? Really deliverance. Then I started with I said the prophets, because what it said in Matthew the 10th chapter, the prophet receive a prophet's reward. Which really a prophet's reward is salvation. Because you read Ezekiel the 33rd chapter, it tells you that he that listening to the trumpet, he shall save his soul. But it was through the watchman that blew the trumpet to let you know, to give you a heads up. So that's the reward of the prophets. It starts by the way of deliverance, that mercy, man. You know. But you keep going. That's one part of the reward. You got it.
It says, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth.
See, so destroy them which destroy the earth. So what's the reward? Destruction.
Is it?
And it's in a plethora of ways, but the perfection of that is the missiles, man. And that's going to humble these niggas, because you know you seeing these things take place. These niggas still proud. These players are going to increase, you know. And one thing, you can't fake being hungry, and you can't play it off when you're on fire. That's for a fact. Two things that you know you hungry. Let's say you act like you want something now, but your stomach gonna say I am though. And that fire, you ain't gonna say shit but holler, man.
That's it. And if I may, because a lot of Jake don't think they can happen. A lot of Jake think America gonna continue as they will. I got some back you up. Revelation 18:7. How much has she glorified herself and lived deliciously? They be living it up.
That's it.
You know, and again, you eat. Like I said, that's why the word deliciously there, man. People say, and even when Jake get a lot of money, say, I'm eating out here and all that, man. It's going to get to a point when nobody going to be eating. The economy is falling. The gas prices is raising up. The food prices, it was I looked at, you know, if you try to buy some lamb from like a restaurant or something, it's not going to have a price. It's going to say market price, which means when it can go up at any time.
Yeah.
It can go. You can see when you sit down, it can be worth $15. But when you get through eating that last bite, it's worth $22, man. You know. It says and live deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her, For she said in her heart, I am a queen. So Lord, he's gonna put you through hell, man, because you thought it wasn't gonna never happen unto you, man. You know, really, it's not the feel of Yahweh Shah in these Americans, man. And that's what they're gonna get ready to learn. Read this again. It says, so much torment and sorrow give her, for she said in her heart, I sit a queen and am a widow and shall see no sorrow. So you saying nothing happened to you. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day. Death, mourning, and famine. And that's really the build up into a main event, which is what the missiles. You know, before the missiles come, it's gonna be on death, mourning, and famine. And we can see that happening right now. You know, the famine that happened in Venezuela not too long ago. I think it's some over there with Sri Lanka.
And I can say something too, and that family go hand in hand with that thing.
Is it?
You know, that Quran. See, that's what's gonna kick a lot of shit off, man. See, that Quran that's gonna be a key to these players as well, especially that family. You know, because this is how the devil, you know, Esau Edom is gonna try to lure you in. This is the way out. Like, it's a secret door to get away from the players. Just take the Quran, you know. So that's gonna be a key to that.
Is it?
But that's the step before the main event, the middle, you know. You got it, bro.
It says, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire. For strong is the Lord power who judgeth her. And just going back until the missiles make sense, because what else is this talking about, man?
Yeah.
No, this not talking about you know, some random thing, just a little wildfire. No, this is talking about nuclear fire, man. Because the Lord, he's gonna judge his place with his indignation. You know? You got it.
Yep, I got something for you, bag you up real quick. Isaiah 47, verse 7. It says, and thou saidest, I shall be elated forever. So thou didst not lay these things to thy heart.
You didn't consider.
Neither didst remember the latter end of it.
You didn't consider the consequence, because you knew that the latter end of death is what? Death, man. Because that's the only thing that his place pushed forth. You know? If you keep on causing wars and you keep on trying to kill people, you don't think nobody gonna try to get you back? You think the Lord just gonna let you go away free? No. The Lord, he's gonna judge you. You know?
Said, therefore, hear now this. Thou that are given the pleasures.
And it says, here now this, like this is the judgment. You know, thou that are given to pleasures, and you basically giving unto the flesh, man. Because that's what this place pushed forth. Everything is good to the flesh. Everything how you feel. You know, what you want. I want this, I want that. That's what America, when they say the land of the free, home of the brave, you could be anything here, man. You know?
Yeah, that's why they just call it rights.
Yeah, rights.
Sick, man. This is a sick place. I said, like I said, the pleasure is your right to feel this way. Whether you want to be a 37-year-old man and dress like a toddler, because they got that out here. You know, to be one of these transformers or whatever, it's your right. This is that place, man, that it's talking about. What else is this scripture talking about, man? It ain't talking about ancient Babylon.
Is it?
Because you read it concerning the judgment, it's talking about fire. It ain't happening in ancient Babylon.
Is it?
It's talking about this Babylon. Not that, you know what I mean, Christian to say this ain't. Because one reason I got 10 motives. Bag, you know what I mean?
With precept.
Yeah.
And reality, man.
That's it.
You know? Just go up on Google and type up on LG. That's just, I want. That's a checkmate, man.
But that's why the message made sense, because going back to Lord, we're going to get that Sodom and Gomorrah. Just that in itself. Because it said the fire rained down from heaven down there.
Is it?
What else do you see that today? You know, by the way of these, you know, the missiles, man. The weapons of his indignation. So this Isaiah 47, verse 8, it says, therefore, hear now this, thou that are given the pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that says in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me.
And that's proud too, because you exalt yourself as the Most High. You basically saying that you make laws, that you are the creator, man. When you're nothing but the creature, man. You know? And you should feel it. Because you in the creator hands, man. Yep. It's not like every word you say or every action that you do of your own, man. No, that action was predestinated, bro. That's why I said it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the Most High, man. You know?
Yeah. Cause it said, neither should I know the loss of children.
Yeah, it's basically you're not gonna feel loss or feel sorrow. Yeah, because Esau think they're gonna be straight, man. Like no, Esau gonna be on top forever. You know.
Hey, and that mindset has trickled down to just a regular old American.
Is it?
That same mindset has trickled to just a regular American. They have 10-year plans and shit. You know, even when some type of adversity come, they feel like they able to outride it, or they're going to be able to rise from whatever adversity come their way. Oh, it tells you that they shall never be in adversity. They shall not be moved. But who telling them that? We telling them. But that's a mindset. They're going to always bounce back, or nothing's going to stop them from accomplishing being an American. They're living an American dream.
That's it. And they think it's of their own will.
That's it.
You know, you think you're just gonna Rambo your way out of the prophecies of Yahweh Shemai Shai. No, it don't work like that, man. You know?
Yep. This is therefore hear now this thou that are given the pleasures that dwellest carelessly, that says in thy heart I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children.
Yep, that's it. These devils, they don't think they're going to lose. They don't think they're going to fall, man.
Yep.
You got it, though.
It says, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood.
That's it. It says the loss of children and widowhood. So you're going to lose it, man. Basically, everything that you thought you was going to hold on them to, everything that you thought that you was going to keep, for lack of better words, you're going to lose it. Matter of fact, I got some back here real quick.
Yep.
Real quick, Salakia.
Yeah, kind.
Going this on Job 20 in verse 18. It says that which he labored for, he shall restore, and shall not swallow it down. That's it. You're not gonna hold on to your riches. You're not gonna hold on to this kingdom. It says, according to his substance shall the restitution be, and it's like reparations, because basically these devils, they got everything. You say the world was made for the elect's sake, Israel's sake, and stuff like that. Like the gold, you know, the gold, the money, you know what I'm saying? Because like they took the gold out the temple, they built a Colosseum and things like that. You know, and they basically work. Jake get paid pennies, you know, nickels on a dime and shit, while they getting millionaires and shit like that. You know? So basically, you know, it's going to be a point when we're going to have you on the bottom, when the world is going to be ruled in righteousness, and you devils are going to be slaves and subjects, man. That's what that restitution be. That's what that restitution going to be. It says, and he shall not rejoice therein. And that's why this devil is in a hasty mindset, because he know what his end is, man. He know that his end is going to be slavery and death, and ultimately the missiles and destruction, man, and fire. You know.
Hey, he ain't known as a son of perdition.
That's it.
He's actually living up. He's living up to that name. So that was an omen. Like that was he living up to that.
That's it.
You know, because his ways is wasting and destruction is in his past. That's why ultimately that's what you're gonna see the results of the mind of evil. This destruction, man. You know, but he's living up to it. He is making more sense why he's going to be taken out this way. Just going to be like you said, this man doing all that. Matter of fact, get something real quick on. Get at Proverbs 26 and 27. You know, Yahweh Shai said that he that liveth by the sword shall be killed with the sword. So that lets you know really that blessing was a curse unto him, man. You know. That blessing Esau had, that Isaac gave Esau, you know, really he put a curse on him, because that's his fate, the sword. You got it.
It says on Proverbs 26 and 27, whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth a stone, it will return upon him.
See, so that you digging into a pit, because this devil is doing it by the way of his laws, his legislations. You know, really to entrap us and keep us in further derision. And you're going to see it by the way of him distributing that thing as well to keep us as perpetual slaves. But ultimately, Lord gonna pull the rug from under his feet, and he gonna be the slaves. We already got his first task in the kingdom. He gonna be picking up dead bodies, man. You know, so he's gonna fall in that pit. He's gonna be a slave. Mm-hmm. But it said, "He that rolleth a stone is gonna return upon him." That's, this man is the eagle. He's known for airstrikes. Mm-hmm. What caused the Fabulous 50? What event that made and had that decade known as the Fabulous 50s? This man dropping them bombs on them gooks, man. Hiroshima, Nagasaki. This nigga even named the missiles. Mm-hmm. That weapon of mass destruction. Little man and fat boy, whatever. What brought that decade, that era. This is what's going to usher in the kingdom when that destruction takes place, man. That's really going to be our beginning. That's going to be the end of him, but our beginning, because that destruction is going to cement his downfall, man.
That's why we looking towards, man. Because after you go, then it's our turn. It's like for lack of better words, you standing in line. Mm-hmm. I got something bad. You got, bro. Psalm 70:12. If he turn not, he will whet his sword. He have bent his bow.
And that's if he turn not, concerning the wicked, mm-hmm. he's not going to repent. Mm-hmm. He has went astray, and that's how he's going to be. But the Lord said he's going to whet his sword, meaning what? He's going to sharpen the arrow. See, now the military have got more advanced.
That's it.
To where you ain't got to fly over a land to deliver that bomb. They coming from the ground. They got certain vehicles, mm-hmm. from submarines to trains. Different
hypersonic.
You got the hypersonic missile, which they come in 30 minutes or less now. Mm-hmm. So the Lord has sharpened the sword where he ready to get rid of this nigga, man. Mm-hmm. You got it.
It says he have bent his bow, mm-hmm. and made it ready.
See, he have bent his bow and made it ready. With that, that's talking about these missiles, man. Mm-hmm. And it made it ready because it's already different spots they're gonna hit. When they created, they came with a destination. So the Lord have this. Everything is in the scene now. That's why we at the end taking Daniel the 12th chapter, seal the book to the end.
Is it?
Because that's when it was going to make sense. Mm. So we read about the arrows. What else could that be talking about? The famine, these different things that's happening upon the planet, pretty much these earth-shaking events, the people being stirred. This is the time where the Lord is about to do it, man. But it said he have made it ready. Everything is on the scene now. From the Karama.
Yeah.
So we here, man. We coming to the climax. You got it.
Come. It says he have also prepared for him the instruments of death.
See, he have prepared for him the instruments of death. You got it.
He ordained his arrows against the persecutors.
See, he ordained of his arrows against the persecutors. See, so that just shows they come with destinations as well. They already got a certain spot they gonna hit.
Is it
when they get created? Ain't like when time comes, they gotta put in an address and then deliver it. No, it's already come with it, man.
Just get their longitude and latitude.
Yeah. And the Lord is a man of war, man. Yahweh Shema Shai, man.
Is it?
This is war talk. And this is how the Lord talking to Esau. He's not talking in a comfortable word. He's talking to him as the Lord of hosts, man. Which the host goes into armies. And what's the end all be all for all the armies of the earth? The missiles, man. You got it.
It says, behold, he travailed with iniquity, mm-hmm. and he conceived mischief and brought forth falsehood.
And that's the so-called white man. He conceived mischief in his mind, which is concerning him in these secret councils. And then he bring it out to you through the media. His laws, his legislations, his rhetoric to these certain leaders he put in your face. Mm-hmm. This is how that nigga did that, man. You got it.
It says he had made a pit and digged it.
See? You got it.
And is falling into the ditch which he made.
See, so guess what? All this effort you going through governors and senators and presidents and prime ministers. All this shit don't matter, nigga. Mm-hmm. All of it gonna come to no avail. Keep going on that. It's
it says he shall It's like it says his mischief shall return upon his own head.
See, his mischief shall return upon his own head. See? So all that's gonna come back upon him, man, on all levels. And he said upon his own head, because ultimately this is gonna come from on high. It's gonna be the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, but it's literally that judgment is gonna come from on high. You know, by the way of you know, the missiles, man. Oh, it tells you the Lord's gonna come. Get that in Isaiah 34, matter of fact, real quick, Salaki. Isaiah 34 and verse 5. Because it says his mischief shall return upon his own head. Isaiah 34 and 5. So this is what's coming to him. Which is Yahweh Shema Shai coming from on high to get this nigga for everything he have done, but it's even gonna be from on high, literally. You got it.
It says, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea.
See, that sword is going to be bathed in heaven, so it's going to be, the missiles are going to fill the skies, man. You know, that it tells you about the army of the horsemen, which, you know, certain parts of the earth is going to get hit as well. But this place is going to be totally desolate. What it tells you, wholly desolate, man. You know, a bulk of those is going to come here. So it's gonna fill the sky, but it says it's gonna come down. It's gonna be in heaven, and it's gonna come down upon Idumea. You know, that's a Greek word, which is Edom.
Is it?
Keep going.
It says, and upon the people of my curse to judgment.
See, and upon the people with his curses, with the Edomites.
Is it?
You know, whom the Lord have indignation forever, man. Did it say something about Bosra or something like that in that?
Oh, Bosra. Nah.
Okay.
Tomorrow when we get out there.
No. But the main.
Oh no, it's like verse 6.
Okay, come.
It says, for the sword of the Lord is filled with blood, and is made fat. It's like it's made fat with fatness, and the blood of the lambs and goats.
And that's these people, man.
Is it?
That's why you getting fattened for the slaughter. Now you got 600-pound life, and all of them Americans. That wasn't like that was a worldwide documentary. You giving people from India. Oh, there's Americans and your life being 600 motherfucking pounds, man. But that's these people as a whole, man. Because they're gonna be the sacrifice. You got it.
It says, and with the blood of lambs and goats, and with the fat of kidneys of rams, for the Lord hath a sacrifice in Bosra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
See, and Bob, that's the headquarters. That's talking about America. This is the throne of the so-called white man. When you think about the so-called white man, the Edomites, just his nation, what country you think about? America, man.
Is it?
You know, this is this place. And then they the most hated. Even out of all the Edomite nations, they hate these Americans. What's that interview when they be interviewing these other nations? They think about, what you think about America? They ask certain questions, they imitate them and shit. They let you know, like the elder brother Aaron say, this is the, it is the most famous place, for the scriptures, man. Because it's a build to this place, man. You know? It was a build to this moment where this place was going to ultimately just be destroyed. The Lord really he's doing it to make a point, to declare his name, show his power. You know?
Got something back, you
got it, bro.
2 Kings 16:7. May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer.
See, the arrow of a strong archer, because arrow born, you can't. Just from as soon as a born arrow, you could upgrade it to a gun. You can't turn that bullet back. So how much more those missiles, man? You ain't gonna be able to turn that back. And it said a strong archer, because that's your how I should now shot. The Lord ain't gonna miss, man. You know, everything gonna be. It tells you that they're not gonna break their ranks. They're gonna march everyone his way. That's that strong archer. He got 10 arrows in his hand, and he got, he hit all his targets. You know, that's how I shine, because he the one that's gonna really shoot these things off. He's the one that's gonna. It's tell his spirit gonna be in him as well. Or in those what he's gonna smite the arrow out of their hand. They ain't gonna have no
defense system.
Yeah, they ain't gonna have no say so in shooting. The Lord really gonna shoot them things off, man. You know, like ain't no telling how long. I mean, motherfucker been wanting to shoot them things, but it was the Lord. That's why when the angels came and they set the time off and shit. Oh, it tells the angel they have power over fire.
That's it.
So it's just it's your how about Shema Oshai that's doing all this, man. You know, but you got it though, bro.
It says the mighty Lord sending the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away?
And who is he that gonna drive them away? You ain't gonna be able to turn that back, man. You know, somehow you got a disable code. You type it up and it disable. It's not going. It just fall in the water. You ain't gonna do that. You got it, bro.
God, it says the mighty Lord sending the plagues.
See, it's how about Shema Oshai that sent up the plagues, man. You got it.
Who is he that can drive them away?
See,
a fire shall go forth from his mouth, and who is he that may quench it?
See, so this beef is finna, because the Lord is 38 hot, man.
Is it?
And you finna see it's gonna increase to actual fire. See, all this affliction and adversity, you know, is happening, man, and it's gonna only increase, man. You know, till it's in your face. We all gonna have to deal with it one way, form, or fashion.
Is it?
But that fire is gonna actually pop up too, you know, because you have these different riots as well. But that fire gonna increase to nuclear fire, man.
Is it?
You got it, bro.
It says, for strong as he, it's like for strong as his right. Let me jump down to verse 13.
Yeah, you got it, bro.
It says, for strong is the right hand that been the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world.
See, so that lets you know that's a dark saying, a dark parable, because you know in this realm a man cannot shoot an arrow from one end to the earth, man, to the other, man. You know, so that's a dark saying to show you that there's gonna be a certain time where technology is gonna be in place where that can take place, and we in that time. What else? Why the missiles here? Why are they here, man? You know, because this is part of the movie. That's part. This is all part of the movie. Like fireworks at the end. You know, that saying going out with a bang. We finna see that saying play out its perfection, man. You know, but you can go back to that Psalm 7 real quick. Bro.
Okay, okay.
Oh, you have
just a little.
Oh, you got it, bro. You got it, bro.
Just going back, it says, for strong is his right hand that been the bow, his arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. Just to back up the statement that you said earlier today, how it was gonna be all 10 are gonna be acting.
That's it. Oh yeah, kind.
I go
that's it.
That my songs.
And that's the target. The ends of the world? Because it was gonna be shot to America. You know, this was the target in a way. America, the uttermost parts of the earth. This is when it says the vision is for an appointed time, which is goes to a appointed time, but one of those definitions is an appointed place. This is the venue the Lord have chosen to show his power, man. America, Babylon the Great. You got it, bro.
God, Psalm 70, verse 16. His mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealing shall come down upon his own face.
See, so that violence is gonna be by that, you know, them hailstones, man. But it says pay because you bankers, man. You the heads of Edom. You gonna feel it, man. The Lord gonna preserve you, you know, from them missiles to be, you know, those slaves, but you're gonna get your ass beat as well. You're gonna feel that violence.
Is it?
You're gonna get beat, you know. Beat, you're gonna get used to that word. Did you have your beating today?
Daily beatings.
Your daily beatings, you know. But that violent, see, that's what violence shall Babylon be thrown down.
Is it? Because there's gonna be no like that. Like hugs and kisses. And
a diplomatic way to transfer power. Somehow you just gave over, like you gave over the reins. Like it's your turn. No, it's gonna be a violent overthrow.
That's what so like you say, the Lord, He's gonna pour out His indignation. It ain't like it's gonna be like a stroke. When you pour something out, it's violent. Even when you pour some wine, the noise, you know, the water splashing everywhere and things like that, man. It's heavy, bro.
That's it. Yep. Matter of fact, you got something. Get 2 Peter chapter 2 start like 5. Because this, like I said, that destruction makes sense, really, man. This devil and these people really work for it, man. They earn, you know, that's why we just reduce the hope. We just hope the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, you know, have mercy on them. Because we all, you know, word of death, man. We all did things that's worthy to be put to death for, man. We just hope the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, have mercy upon us, man.
That's it.
You know, and that's why we walk the way we do. But for these people that walk without fear, man, of course a nigga, he earned that heart attack. A nigga earned that died in the car wreck. He earned that being put down in the shootout.
Is it?
Esau Edom, the so-called white man, he have earned being violently overthrown. That's how he lived.
That daredevil spirit,
man.
There's like you daring the Most High. You know, you daring the Most High. You tipping the Lord.
You jump out of the plane and the chute don't pull. That's your fault, nigga.
You should never got it. When your mom say, sit your ass down.
Why the fuck you touch the stove anyway? You told you don't touch the stove, you still did. But that Esau, the Lord made him to, you know, to rebel, man. The son of perdition, he had to live up to that. He just didn't do everything right then still got put down. No, it was a reason. And we seeing why. You know? What you got though, bro?
2 Peter 2 and verse 6.
Start at 5.
5. So like it says, and spare not the old world, but save Noah, the 8th person.
So this, and the Lord's not going to spare His word. It's not going to be no resemblance of this place, man. See, when the Lord wipe this place out, it's not going to be a McDonald's cup left. Nothing to resemble the so-called white man and him being in power, man. It's just gonna be a tale. We're gonna have to just tell you. You know what I mean? It's gonna be like a campfire story. When we break down we was in the clutches of Edom. Like we ain't gonna be no museum where we say, yeah, that was a no, man. He tell you he's gonna come tonight, he's not gonna have no name in the streets.
Is it?
You know? You got it.
Come. It says bringing the flood upon the world of the ungodly.
Read it again, bro.
Come, this 2 Peter 2 and 5. And spare not the old world, but save Noah, the 8th person, a preacher of righteousness.
See, a preacher of righteousness. So it lets you know, or it tells you, wickedness was great in that time.
That's it.
You know, every man violence was filled throughout the earth.
That's it.
You know, every man was walking according to their own device. Everybody got a doctrine. It's the same thing today. That's why you read like Luke 17, because it's pretty much saying like the same thing, because knowing light is go hand in hand, man. Pretty much. You're gonna have these crazy faggots in these days. You know? It tells you in the days of Noah, they be eating, drinking, marrying, giving in marriage till the flood came, and likewise, as in the days of Lot. They were doing the same old crazy nasty shit, man. Till that fire came, and you know what I mean? That was it.
And it caught them off guard.
Yeah, that's it.
It came out of nowhere. They never thought they, you know, it was some people that was doing the act.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You in the act of weakness and the missiles hit, you know, you deserve it.
Yeah, that's it. Hey, and it rained on both of them judgments, it rained. One with fire. One with water, and the other one was fire. But it both rained. So the Lord's gonna rain upon this place as well, man. By the way of that fire, touched by the same word. You know, but Noah was a preacher of righteousness, so they let you know wickedness was out, and you know what I mean? And he was condemning that place. That was righteous to judge that place, to declare death upon that place, that system. You know, you got it.
Come. It says, making them, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly.
So he actually introduced them to that judgment, to that idea of a flood. He introduced them to it because that was fitting for them. They actually earned that. But that's a horrible way to go out. You know, drowning by the way of drowning. That's a horrific judgment, man. But they earned it. Just going back to the book of Job, it tells you that they just sow wickedness and reap. They're going to reap the same. You know, so they lived up to it. Oh, that's why when you think them Canaanites, them Amorites and shit, they were going through all that shit, the wasp and having the damn those different plagues that the Lord set upon them, they actually earned it. Tells the iniquity of the Amorites. So it was certain things the Lord wanted to do to them, but it was certain things they had to live up to get that judgment.
If I know that's why Esau got to push for that device.
Yeah, that's
like certain things have to happen before the Muslims even come, man.
That's it.
And that's how we know once that thing come, you know, it's close. You know, because they say that thy iniquity have reached up unto heaven.
Yeah.
You know, and the Lord have remembered thy sins.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's it. They said that. Yeah, that's actually gotta happen. That's a scene before the destruction. Mm-hmm. That's when he's crossing the line. That's when he already crossed the line. But that's gonna be the last check on the list and say, you know what I mean? He have to get wiped out. You know what I mean? You gotta go, bro.
Gun. It says, in turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes.
You see, in turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah to ashes. See, all these things that's written within the scriptures, these records are an effort for us to consider, man. The things that are written aforetime are written for our learning. Because we seeing these same empires and kingdoms as before rolled up into one. Mm-hmm. That's another reason why it's Babylon, because it's not just Nineveh. It's Egypt as well. Mm-hmm. And this is Sodom.
Gomorrah.
It's Gomorrah. It's Greece.
Assyria.
It's Rome. It's Assyria. Mm-hmm. You know? It's all these places rolled up into one, man. It's a whole in these customs of these former kingdoms, man.
That's why it's called a melting pot.
That's it.
You know, you just put a whole bunch of ingredients in it, man. Yep. You know?
Just a big old ball of confusion. Mm-hmm. You know? So that's why why is the scripture even talking about this? And that happened that's in the time of the book of Genesis. You know, the book of Genesis when, you know, because it really, that was just, matter of fact, continue on, matter of fact.
It says, in turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, and condemn them with an overthrow.
Condemn them with the overthrow. Mm-hmm. And how does the Lord do that? He overthrows them by making fire rain from heaven, man. You got it?
It says, making them an example to those that after should live ungodly.
See that it's an example, which is an example, which is a sample, a taste of what to come. So that lets you know that wasn't the finishing work of Yahweh Shema Shai. It was just you know how they might have they might build a building like a mall or some shit. They have like a replica model, how that's gonna look when they build it in its life size, in its perfection. But that's what the Lord did with Sodom and Gomorrah and what he's gonna do to America, man. He made fire and brimstone rain down in that time. But in this time, it's gonna be the same, it's gonna be perfection of that by these weapons of war, man. You know?
And if I remember, Sodom was an example of what not to do.
And that's it.
It was an example of what not to be like. But these, there was, you know.
They actually living, that's why I say, and after, because there's going to be some niggas that's going to actually do it.
They're going to try it out.
And they took it, it ain't like he think it's the same level, though. These niggas took it 10 steps further, man. Because you could bring a sodomite from the old and bring her here in a room with a middle-aged Edomite. Just a typical American Edomite. This nigga will repent, man. He will want to go back and he will be preaching and shit. He's like, man, hell no, man. The results, you know. But this place is sick, though. This is the most wickedest kingdom ever erected, man. Why not? this place go out like this, man.
Is it? And they don't even acknowledge they sin.
Yeah,
they don't even acknowledge like they ain't even trying even a little bit.
Yeah,
trying to get right, man. At least we trying, you know.
Yeah.
Out of everybody in the world, at least you try, bro, to try to get right with your how about you have a shot. Like everybody else just fucking around, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why the Lord gonna kill them because they don't feel.
Yeah, that's it. Yep. So
okay.
Is that no? Keep going on it. Yeah. That's it.
It says and deliver just like.
See, and deliver just like. And that's heavy, just Lot. Because Lot was at the gates. He was prophesying. That was the reward of the prophet.
Is it?
Which the angels gave him a heads up. He had to kind of, Lord, had to, give him going and shit.
Is it?
But Lot was at the gates prophesying the destruction of that place, man. That's why he was so hasty to let. I didn't know, like, look, man, it's time to go back in. He was prophesying. He was like, look, man, we got to go in now. This is the reason why you caught me out there anyway, because these boys sick.
Is it?
And you saying the same thing. We at the gates condemning this place. You got
Come. It says, and deliver just like vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked.
Yep. Keep going.
For the righteous man dwelling among them and seeing and hearing.
See, we dwelling among these people and we seeing and hearing.
Is it?
We see why now the Lord is about to do this. It makes so much sense now. Seeing and hearing from literal, you actually seeing people on the streets, you hearing different conversations, you actually seeing their attire or the lack of it. That's the time we in.
Yeah.
Like I say, you hearing just not even the conversation, just a big nigga, but he sound like RuPaul or some shit.
With some tights on.
All the way from a commercial and shit. It says, seeing and hearing, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked, man. You got it, bro. Yeah.
It's that righteous anger the most time, man.
That's it.
Because he went with that shit, man.
That's it, man.
He went with that wickedness that was there because he knew the results of it.
That's it.
He knew the results of transgressing your how about you now, man. Basically like Lord come back and say, who did this? Saying, not me, pointing at him.
Yeah.
Who made this mess, man?
Yeah.
Esau did, bro. Because again, you go back 5-10 years ago, it wasn't that bad. But now since just the last since that pandemic happened, the LG XYZ it hit dope.
Man,
it hit overdrive, bro. And again, the main target is who? The kids, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the
they
first
trying
thing
to add
to
P
keep.
now.
That's it.
See, they want to go ahead and come out with the letter P. So, that's all part of the plan. But it just shows that why not, man. It makes so much sense that this place gonna go out by the way of this, man. It's not too much that you think about just a war itself. It's a reasoning behind this, man. Look at the wickedness. Oh, that's why going back to Revelation 18, and they proud about it. So why not? Oh, matter of fact, get that Baruch. That Baruch 4, yeah. Bible shot. Get that Baruch 4. It's kind of starting like 31, 32 or something like that. It ain't got to, because they proud of what they do. They live in a certain lifestyle, a certain way, and there's no they think there's no repercussions. That's why I said sentence against an evil word is not executed speedily. Therefore, the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. So that's what you're saying, motherfuckers. You don't really hear risk. You still have STDs and shit out here, but this devil got these different supplements to kind of slow it down, whatever the case may be. This shit still don't work, but the point is they don't think there's no repercussions behind their actions. But it's a build up to it. You ain't finna, just like getting a mob boss or cartel leader. You're not finna arrest him because he had 2 grams or whatever. You finna get this nigga for RICO, some shit. You got an audio, video. It is you gonna, when you get this nigga, ain't no way he getting out.
Is it?
You see what I'm saying? So that's what the Lord's building the case upon this devil, and it just shows this complete the judgment is justified. You got it, bro.
Come, Baruch 4 and verse 31. Miserable are they that afflicted thee and rejoiced at thy fall.
See, and if start with the nation of Edom, as well as these other nations, they're gonna feel that misery. because they was glad when we fell, and that's gonna be flipped around. We're gonna rejoice, and they're gonna be miserable. See that those two entities is that is gonna that's like entities and shit, you know. So it's gonna that dark cloud is gonna rest upon these nations, while the sun is gonna be on us, man. You know, we're gonna be in the spirit rejoicing, which we in now. See, that transition is already taking place. You know, that's why on the other these different nations, these other nations, a fight for power. You know, this damn rat race, because they know misery is coming. But you know, for the hopeful elect, we know that joy. We just coming to the perfection of that.
To say, rejoice ye heavens.
That's it.
And ye that dwell in them.
Yeah. This is the beginning stages of that. This truth. You got it?
It says, miserable are the cities which thy children serve.
See? Miserable are the cities where thy children serve. Where is that? Let's talk about America. Instead of the cities, because this place ain't just known for just I just want to go to one town. No, it's a city that drew you from New York City to LA or Atlanta or whatever. It's a city. That's what this place is. It's more cities than states. The people are known as citizens, you know. So that it just shows that it's talking about America. This is what we serve. You talk about slavery, you know what I mean? You know that's the first place you talk about is slavery in America. You got it.
It says, miserable is she that received thy sons. For as she rejoiced at thy ruin and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation.
See? So yeah, that's why just going back, you had brought out that Revelation 18 chapter. Therefore, famine, death and destruction, and ultimately that fire. The Lord is going to burn her with fire, man. So it's going to be a steps to that destruction, which we see in the destruction now, the destruction of this place, these people, you know. But that's going to increase from you, as they're saying, family, these people pining away, you know, to sedition, you know, these different wars by the way of race wars, and food wars, and class wars, to actually world war, you know, everything in between, you know, when they Karama, the troops, that's the medicine for these people, for the pride of these people, man. You know, you got it.
It says, for I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and her pride shall be turned into mourning.
See? Yep, keep going.
It says, for fire shall come upon her.
See, that's going to be the results. And all that, the Lord going to put you out your misery. And which that ain't going to be a swift death. Tells you that when you read, I think that's, I know it's in the book of Revelation, probably like the 14th chapter, I believe. They're going to be tormented in the presence of the Lamb and the angels. So that destruction, man, that's going to be, that lets you know as we get closer to that perfect day, death is going to be worse. That just death is what it's just going to, you'll be better off just getting knocked out by the troops or, you know, a shot to the head as we get closer and closer to that perfect day. The judgment is going to get worse because newly created beast is going to be in the scene now. You know, that famine, which that's a horrific way. But that fire, that's not, tells they're going to be tormented in, you know, in that flame.
Revelation 14:10.
Start at 9. Yeah.
It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image and receive his mark in his forehead,
and that's how you're going to ultimately pledge your allegiance to this place. When you take that thing, man. You know, you in tune with this system. You know, you worshiping the image of the beast. You for this place. You doing things to contribute to the so-called white man. You join the National Guard because you want to fight for your. We're going to see the results of that.
And you're going to get the same thing.
You're going to get the same thing. You think you fight for your country, you know, But that's going to ultimately show your allegiance to the so-called white man. See, this nigga know about the law of the all, but it's going to be in this form. It's going to be a digital all in this time, you know. So those that take that mark, the result of is it keep going.
It says, receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture.
See, so this is not this judgment. The Lord ain't gonna pull no punches, man. He ain't finna hold back. He gonna that fire, man, from the missiles, man. If you burn your hand, you know that shit hot, man. You know, this is something that you can't explain, man. This is gonna be a heavenly fire. I tell you, the Spirit of the Lord is gonna, he's that consuming fire. You got it.
It says, which is poured out without mixture.
See, going back to that, like you said, that pour. That's overwhelming, man.
Is it?
It's not like you getting a waterfall when you, like you said, when you pour out something.
Yeah.
That's something that's overwhelming, man. And that's what's coming. They're gonna be just like raindrops.
Is it?
How they coming? Because it tells that hell. So let's know that hell's like rain.
There's a lake of fire.
That lake of fire. You know, you got it.
It says, without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb.
See, so that lets you know that Yahushua, when he comes, he's gonna bring deliverance and destruction, man. But it said they're gonna be tormented. So that lets you know that's a process. Until they're gonna melt away his waters. Melting is a process. So there's not gonna be a swift thing. So that hey man, that destruction is gonna be, you earn that, man. You a hell of a demon, man. That's why we just hope the Lord keep us, man. You know, because it tells you all the ones that even know the Lord, he's gonna be beamed with many stripes. You know, that's why we just got hope the Lord have mercy on you. I mean, because this is a scary thing, man. Because he the one that's leading your steps. He's leading Esau to the way to the path of destruction. That's why he gave him the knowledge to make missiles, man. You know. So go. You can go. I'm Baruch. Yeah.
Back at Baruch 4:35. For fire shall come upon her from the everlasting, long to endure. And she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time.
See? So it says from long to endure. So that lets you know it was a build up. Meaning that lets you know the Lord, he's long suffering because it's going to be justified. It developed a pattern. Yeah, I mean, this man moved without no fear. So of course it's going to be justified, man. And it says it's going to be, it lets you know it's talking about Babylon the Great, which is the same. It's talking about it's the same judgment where they're not going to be inhabited with devils. When you read Isaiah 34, talk about the screech owls and shit dwelling there. You read Revelation 8 chapter concerning Babylon. It talks about the unclean spirits dwelling there. It's the same thing as America, man.
That desert land.
That desert land. Because this is the place the Lord have chosen to show his power. That's why it's the ends of the earth. You know,
I have glorified my name, and will glorify again.
That's it.
Because that's what America going to represent. That Yahweh Shema Shine in the play with. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Because it was, when you read throughout the scriptures, you know, it talks about the come up of America. When you read like Daniel 7 chapter, talk about the 3 horns being plucked up, how this place came up. It became a great, great place. But it was all the plans of Yahweh Shema Shine, even as Pharaoh. And raise thee up to show my power in thee. So it's no different today, but this time we're gonna talk about this forever, man. We ain't no, you know what I mean? The Lord, that's why I say he's gonna do something. He's gonna outdo what he did in Egypt. You know,
it was the Lord. They should not say the Lord who delivered from Egypt, but delivered from the
land of the north. They have brought up, because that's gonna be a literal thing as well, man. See, we're gonna be in perfection of all these, man. The conclusion of the, you know what I mean? That's why, just going back to the title, the missiles make sense because everything else do, man. You know. So got anything else, bro? Yeah, we just hold the edifying. We like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Chakodash. We like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect that teach the word in our two favorite series, and shalom to the listeners as well. DTA, Abba, soon. Very soon. Tonight.